The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop, ayy. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop, ayy. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop, ayy.
Mince it into little pieces. I mix it so it's a very moist burger, and I put in a little bit of soy sauce by Bragg's, so it's natural.
That sounds
soy sauce.
amazing.
Yeah, so it's like a teriyaki kind of turkey burger vibe with no bun.
How
no
about
buns.
you do that one
salad?
week?
Yeah.
I would love that.
I make
bring
a great
some food.
scallop. Yeah, I do. I make rosemary scallop white sweet potato.
Wow.
Yeah, I cook.
I would like to try that. I mean, shoot,
Got
I
a
love
salad?
to eat, and I don't eat red meat or pork, so turkey's right up my alley.
There you go.
That's
I'll
what I'm
do
talking.
it.
Well,
I
one
love
week,
cooking.
you guys want Dara to cook one week, and we just get here early, everybody?
Yeah.
What would you say, Savvy?
Of course.
Fuck.
Bring us some
What
of
did I
that
sign myself
DiGiorno's
up?
pizza that you gave the chef.
Yes. No. Yeah, I cooked for a
Have
couple
you
months.
always cooked? Like, were you a little girl cooking? Did your mom teach you how to cook, or grandma?
I would just watch my mom in the kitchen and imitate her and just
okay.
make up a couple things of my own.
Any
along the way.
specialties? Like some women will say, well, I'm better at baking than cooking, or I make amazing cakes, or my casserole is amazing, or my gumbo. What is would you say your go-to? Like if there was a serious party and you were really trying to impress someone, what dish would you cook?
Hands down, my white sweet potato, but I scallop them and I do fresh rosemary from the garden and I mince it and I just do cracked sea salt, cracked pepper, olive oil. I bake it in the oven. It comes out like candy.
All right, well, I'm going to be honest.
It's crack.
I don't know if this is just
It's
being
healthy.
a black man,
It's healthier.
but I have
It's a
never
yam.
heard of white sweet potato.
I'm glad you said it first.
I don't.
Because I didn't want to
Can
sound
somebody
bad.
help me out here? I wasn't trying to sound
I'm
like
so
whack.
glad he said it first.
Is there a certain garden at white people's houses?
It's kind of racist, Alex.
Okay,
Kind of racist.
you're very, very loud. You need to bring it down.
Dano,
Yeah,
I need your indoor voices.
Also, you said it's racist that I said that I have, and I didn't say nobody else. I said I have never heard of a white sweet potato,
a lot
and
of
then
people
all
don't
these
know.
other black men chimed in, and like Savvy said, he said I'm happy you said it first.
Alex is like, Alex, it's okay. I'll take this one, Alex. It's all
I
right.
would have said it, everybody got mad. Everybody got mad.
No, they would have thought you'd have been like, see, it's the white potato.
Yeah, they gentrifying all of the fruits and vegetables, everything now. You know what I mean? We can't even have a black sweet potato no more.
I know. So you got the regular yam, like the regular,
You're
the
explaining now.
orange.
You're
Yeah, you got.
explaining now.
I didn't even know about it either. And there's a shit ton of people that have no idea. And I just learned about it. I don't know how many.
Tell us,
years
and all
ago.
our 11 million listeners that are listening, what a white sweet potato is.
It's so you got the orange sweet potato and you got the white sweet potato. That's
Okay.
it. It's just there's two kinds.
But
It's
do
a
they
yam.
taste like? I'm gonna give
It's
you
a
the
yam.
good.
It tastes like it tastes exactly like a yam. It's the same thing.
Okay, so why is that not at Ralph's? I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
It's there. You just got to know what it looks like.
You have to know the
Should
white
be
section.
white, right?
No, you know what? You know what it is? You know what it is?
brown.
Yeah, no, exactly. The white sweet potatoes. Right. The white sweet
good.
potatoes are up in the general manager's office.
That was fucking brilliant.
The white sweet potatoes come from the corporate offices.
No doubt.
Nigga, my entire life I have never seen a fucking white sweet
Hey,
potato.
Alex, when we ask for one of those, it's gonna be like that cowboy video. It's like a secret. You just go in the back and get that out the manager's office.
Yeah, that's the special stash.
Can you go back there and get that
But real
white
talk
potato?
though, that's kind of that's definitely not good for you.
What?
Eating any food object that doesn't grow naturally.
That is true.
It's bad for your body. That's what really causes cancer in the body. You can't
Of course.
eat inorganic
So
material.
my
But
question
they
to you
grow,
is,
they grow normally. They grow. I've seen them grow. There's the orange one and the white one.
You seen
I
a
don't know.
white one grow?
Well, I didn't look at it and fucking stare at it and watch it grow. You know what I mean? but
Wait, your sound is really, I don't know what.
On the CB, he got hooked up
It
to
sounds
the
like it
CB.
is in your ass. Is there a way to tone down?
Oh my
Your
God.
mic is beyond hot right now, Dano.
Thank you, Alex.
Every time you talk, it sounds like you're gargling goddamn nickels.
Mouthful.
Thank you. How's that? Is that
Gargling.
okay?
It's better, but it's still a little.
it sounds very anal.
Oh my God.
Very, very anal.
And I don't do anal.
Okay,
There you go.
oh,
There we go.
Well, I'm
Alright.
glad that we
There they
clarified that. Well,
all right, that's another show.
okay. Well,
Well,
Good morning.
I like the way we started because we're having so much fun. I haven't even finished introducing everybody. To your left, we have the world famous Savvy Amusing.
Hey.
Savvy Amusing. What up, bruh?
Man, what's going on, man? Another Tuesday. Happy to be in the building. with a hilarious cast of people, man. This is ventilation for me. This is vent time for me. So I love being here, man.
Isn't it great, man? You got like somewhere to go every Tuesday and just get shit off your chest.
Like
Just
therapy.
let it out, man. Nobody trying to filter you. Nobody telling
Right.
you can't say that.
Right.
You know, I love it, man.
Am I the only person that looks forward to coming here every single
Nah,
Tuesday?
I'm hyped
nah,
every
they
week.
just you,
I love
man.
I'm hyped. I'm especially hyped, man.
No, I really
Always
appreciate that. Before I introduce a few more people, I want to give a big shout out to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. This is our playground every single week. We really appreciate that. For the people out there that don't know about Dash, all you have to do is download the free app. It is on your phone.
It's
It
free.
is free.
Free.
You cannot beat free.
You can't.
All you got to do is download the free app, and you click on every single Tuesday night, 8 to 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and click on the Funny Don't Stop Show. Big shout out to Diddy and Ciroc. As you can tell, it's empty again because we partied right before the show. And we're drinking responsibly. They send us a bottle every week, and we can't even get this damn show started without the summer watermelon going down. So we
try.
need everybody to...
We try to be responsible.
Yeah, we try. To my right here, we have the man that we call
Fact man.
Said Brass in the building.
What's
What
up, man? We
In
gonna
the
bring the
flesh.
energy
Big
up
round
in
of
the building.
applause.
What's up,
Big round of applause.
What's up, Savvy? What's
In
up,
the
Alex?
flesh.
What's
What
up,
up,
Darren?
brother?
Doc, Raul, and my man DJ Dano. I'm hyped.
What's up? Say how
Wow,
you
what's
been?
going on? Talk to us.
How things going on in
I've
Bakersfield?
never seen him come in hot. He's
I
coming
know,
in hot.
right?
Yeah, I'm hyped, man.
He's hot.
He's
Yeah.
coming in hot, folks.
Yeah, you know, we start off kind of flat, so I'm just bringing the energy up, man.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's what's up.
Bringing the energy
That's what's
up.
up. It's gonna be like that every
we
week.
started
talking about-
flat?
Yeah, you
We
know,
started off crazy. What
Yeah.
you talking about?
We talking
We're
about
talking about white
sweet potatoes.
white sweet
and,
potatoes.
You know, that kind of stuff. We got to get this urbanized. We got
I
to get back urbanized.
mean, in a minute, she gonna be telling us about purple watermelons.
Yeah.
Nigga, shit I ain't never heard of before.
No, I'm just happy, man. I'm happy on life, man. You know, every day that I'm above ground breathing, I'm just excited, man.
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Let the church say hallelujah.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the wheels of steel, the ones and twos, the Serato, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dano in the building.
DJ Dano.
What up, fam? What up, fam? Glad
How you
to be
feel,
here.
Dano?
I feel with my 2 fingers. That's what my dad taught me.
That's what's up. Your dad taught you about 2 fingers?
And the ladies love it.
Most people told, dads would tell them about birds and bees. He was like, let me tell you about them fingers.
Them 2 fingers,
Ew.
man. Index,
Ew.
index and middle. Index and middle. If you know how to
Awkward
work them,
moments.
you can make some satisfaction. That's all I'm saying.
Dano.
Dano,
Wow.
Dano,
I mean,
Dano.
I don't know what's.
See,
every-
Darren's
now,
like,
now that
see-
his mic is on and popping, it's like a whole nother
Oh.
fucking Dano coming out.
Okay.
It's good though. No, this is good
Oh,
though. It's
coming
good.
out.
He's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
coming out.
He's
Oh,
back.
2 fingers on a.
Dano. What are you talking about?
Dano, how was your week? How was your week, Dano?
First
My
off,
week-
why the fuck are you looking at me like that
My
when he
week-
says it? What the
He's
hell's wrong
looking
with
at you like a hot snack.
I know,
That's
he
what he's
is.
looking at you.
Settle,
Right now.
I'm taking this bottle away. Diddy, we're taking the bottle away.
I'm just going to tell you exactly what it looks
Jesus
like.
Christ.
I'm going to explain. He is looking at you like a hot buttered white potato. That is what he's looking at you.
So Alex, do you
A white yam. That's what he's looking at you.
2 fingers.
Oh,
We're
damn.
gonna get
Do
you
you
a
put,
shirt made,
Wait,
Dano.
one at a time. One at a time. What?
Yeah.
No, I was
What's
gonna ask, do you put brown sugar on it or do you put white sugar on it?
You
'Cause
need to ask
traditionally
brown.
you put brown
I like
sugar
Don't
on it.
ask me. I'm black.
On
Brown
a
sugar's
sweet potato.
healthier.
Huh?
Yeah.
Brown sugar healthier.
Yeah.
So since it's a white potato, sweet potato, do you put white sugar on the white sweet potato or do you put
That's a
brown,
good question.
brown sugar on it?
He's reaching so hard.
No, I'm
he has
asking.
nothing.
It's a
He has
question.
nothing.
Because if you put brown, if you
well-
put brown sugar on a white
brown-
potato, now your potato is
It's
mixed.
mixed, yeah.
Hello.
Now you eating a mulatto
Well, listen,
yam.
I'm all,
Hello.
I'm all for interracial, potatoes. You know what I'm saying? But if I like to do without sugar. But if I do sugar, if you make it sweet, you got to do brown sugar. It's healthier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Always
that's a good.
sweet.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We gotta give a big shout out
Yeah.
to our producer Doc in the building. What up,
Yeah.
Doc?
What up,
DLC,
Doc?
DOC221ENT on Instagram.
Yeah.
And of course, our audio visual, the reason why our YouTube looks so fly every week, the reason why we looking like 1,000,009 every single week. This man is producing this show. Everybody say it with me. AKA at the Big Goose. Hey man, how was your week? How was your week?
It was great.
But did you do anything special this week?
I have some friends in town from the East Coast for the BET Awards and for
Did you
some
go to any
business.
of the BET events?
No.
No, y'all just laid low.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Savvy? How was your week, man?
My week was dope, man. I rocked the Comedy Union, man. I got to do 2 shows.
That's good stage time,
so
man.
That stage time, man. That gym for us comics, it's
Come on,
amazing, man. So
it's all about that repetitive. It's almost like I always tell people. It's almost like when you hear about a basketball player that's one of the best in the world, but he's still out there 2 hours before game time.
right.
Shooting that same shot. You're like, what does he need to keep doing that for? Because he's trying to get better.
That's right.
He's trying to perfect his craft. It's the same thing. Like a lot of times when I go to the Comedy Union or I show up to these little small mics, young comics, they'll be like, Nick, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
you do arenas and you do 41 cities a year. That doesn't matter. I still got to try out a brand new joke just like you.
All the
Yeah,
greats-
you working it out.
You know what I mean?
All the
Yeah.
greats do it.
It's a
All the
gym.
greats do. You'll have Chappelle and everyone show up like little
Yeah.
spots in the little holes.
The
in
hole in the wall, the
Yeah.
nooks and crannies. That's when I love
like the
trying out
like the
new
belly
jokes.
room, the small rooms at the comedy store.
Absolutely.
Wait, how was most importantly? I'm sorry to cut you off. How was your weekend and your week? Because you've been posting some funny, hilarious pics of the '90s. Alex was dressed up in the whole '90s getup, and
Yes.
his wife was decked out.
Big shout out.
Went out to Brazy.
Yes. Hi, baby. I love you. If you're watching, I know you're probably
You looked,
watching.
Crazy.
you
My
looked
beautiful
adorable.
wife.
I loved her outfit.
Thank you so
cute.
much. Yes.
Where'd you go?
Big shout out to my boy NFL Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson for his 40th birthday. So,
Shout out.
big round of applause, Dano.
That sounds like
You're gonna have to work on your volume. Yeah, that sounds like goddamn Venice Beach, nigga.
Show the hell.
Do you have any type of claps where it sounds like 11 niggas?
It sound like a beach.
Oh, you know what? Stop. You need to work on it. Your shit sounds like walruses with colds. This motherfucker sounds like a sick sea lion. You need to. Maybe we just need to do drops for you of real claps. Okay. So yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Famer. He actually remember you guys remember I told you the story about a month ago about me running up on him on his
When
golf
you were
course.
golfing, yeah.
Man, he ended up hiring me to host his 40th 90s birthday party.
Oh, that's amazing.
When I tell you it was one of the most incredible parties, first of all, this motherfucker's house is bigger than the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
When I tell you his house looks like the Beverly Center, that's how big his house is. It was one of the most incredible parties. The hospitality, that Southern hospitality. He's from Waco, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
it.
So I hosted and basically did a little comedy set while people were in the pool. I was like, look here, I don't do comedy on diving boards anymore. Okay. But for LaDainian Tomlinson,
Right.
who is an NFL Hall of Famer and a friend,
Oh.
I'm anything for you, brother. So he flew me and my wife out, and we had an amazing time. As you know, 90s, you know, everybody was looking like East Coast, you know, the Biggie Smalls, the Slick Rick days. And then you got the, you know, the girls were dressed up like Salt and Pepper and, you know, Supersonic. And what were those girls called again?
JJ Fad.
JJ Fad. I was like the only West Coast nigga at the party.
Career.
Yeah,
So
you
you know me, I'm straight sloss and swap meat head to toe. Chucks, knee-high socks. I got the low khaki shorts. I got a 3X white tee, gold chain. And man, come on, man. If you look at my Instagram, at Funnyman Alex Thomas, boy, I don't know if the Crip spirit got into me. That nigga threw on Gangster Party,
was
and
on.
nigga, the Sea-Walk just came out. I don't know where. I must have sea-walked. It felt like I sea-walked for 30 minutes. When I got finished, it felt like I ran 9 miles. I honestly think I should have a sea-walk cardio class for
You
40 and
should.
older.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, it would be, bro.
It really would.
Who was the girl hyping you on? That was the part that made me laugh.
Oh, that was my wife.
That was her in the background?
Yes, that was
my God.
Brazy.
Go.
Man,
go.
Brazy.
You had the best hype man.
Let me tell you, my wife is my #1 fan and my best friend in this world. I wouldn't go anywhere without her. So, big round of applause for my wife.
Hey.
All right, yeah. You know what, nigga? This nigga's shit sound like a field goal at the Super Bowl. We're gonna have to work on your ambient claps. Like, and this nigga's mad. He's like, got the wrong goddamn claps.
And he's still doing it.
Nigga, I need claps like at a jazz club or some shit. This nigga got the march for the walk on Washington with Martin Luther King, but it was 900,000 people.
Wow.
All right, let's move right along. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need a lot of that tonight, so you can Google and research claps and shit. Because another thing, big round of applause, you guys, for the NBA MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Give it up. Savvy, what do you think, man? Remember we were talking about this months ago, man. We thought it was going to be James Harden, but I'm actually very happy that they gave it to that young boy.
I am too, man, and especially, adding to his greatness and what he achieved for that Milwaukee Bucks team, man, and what he individually achieved and made everybody better, and got almost right to the doorstep of the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
just his compassionate speech afterward. And to see how much he appreciated and to see the emotions pouring out of him from all the hard work it took to reach that level, you just root for people like that, man. You really do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anybody that plays to that level deserves it, man. But I root for people that come from basically the bottom, crawl, claw, battle, not really born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and then they just accomplish something like that.
They
It's
said
amazing.
he didn't touch a basketball till he was 12.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
You hear about that?
that's why it's so. It's just so deserving for the kid.
You know who
man.
had a similar story like that back in the day? Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Remember, he grew up in Nigeria playing soccer.
Yeah.
A 7-foot soccer player.
Yeah.
Wow.
That nigga should have just been the goalie. He should have just stood there with both arms out and nothing. The nigga don't have to move left, right, nothing. Just everything would get stopped. Shit.
It's like a gazelle.
Right. Sad, what do you think? I mean, because you're a Houston dude, so James Harden didn't get it. Do you think that was rightfully so? Or
Yeah, I think it was rightfully so. I'm glad that he was able to step beyond his circumstances. I think that a lot of people are just hearing about his story. Of course, the similarity between, ironically, for you to mention Akeem, the fact that they were both native African.
that is right, because one of his parents is Nigerian.
Both of his parents.
But he just grew up in Greece.
Correct.
So a lot of people have a problem with them calling him the Greek freak.
I do.
Because
I personally
you mentioned that
I'm
to me.
personally one of
Because he
those.
was just born and raised in Greece.
Yes.
But that's a weird situation. That'd be like, okay, your mom is Italian and your daddy is from Nigeria, but you grew up in Long Beach. So it's like the amazing Long Beach nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
You could be the kind of person that would go, yo, okay, thank you. Yes, I'm from Long Beach, but you cannot discredit my mother and father's heritage.
Yeah.
Kind of like what happened with Tiger when he first blew up, when they were like, he's Complanasian and he's this and that. And people were like, well, what is he claiming? Because his dad was black.
Did you say Compton Asian?
Complanasian.
Compton Asian. Compton Asian.
I'm pretty sure there are some niggas that are Asian that are from Compton.
I'm
but-
sure.
But
that has
you
a lot
know
to
what
do-
I'm talking about,
No,
right?
but I think that also has a lot to do with the individual. Like, you have to set, like, this is what
Very
I'm claiming.
true.
You know,
Very
people
true.
can claim whatever they want on you, but it's up to you to say, hey, you know what?
Exactly.
Nah, this is where my roots are. Da 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 da. It's up
Tiger
to
never
it's up to you.
really
Tiger never
stood
really
up
did it.
and
Never.
stood on that, because when people, it was funny when white people would say, well, you know, he's mixed, he's this and that. I'd be like, have you seen that nigga's daddy? First of all, his name is Eldrick.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't get any blacker
than that.
Tiger's the nickname, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That nigga Eldrick, yeah. I think he didn't want to use the word Eldrick because people would have thought he was one of the 5 heartbeats or some shit. You know what I mean? So Eldrick didn't really sound good as a golf name and shit. You know what I mean?
You got me. I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
Thought the nigga name was Tiger.
No,
Oh, you thought he was
not at all.
Christ.
Not at all.
No, his name is Tiger Woods.
Oh, don't act like it's abnormal.
What?
I mean, man, these celebrity names be crazy, bro.
No, like what?
Apple. Michael Jackson's kid name is Apple.
Blanket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, who didn't Bruce Willis and his wife, didn't they name all their kids
Rumor.
weird stuff?
Yeah,
The
I-
dog's
Rumor.
name was Rumor.
Rumor.
Blanket,
Rumor. Blanket. North.
North, yeah. Niggas have directions
Saint.
and say, yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna name my next kid Left,
Sound
nigga. That's no Left Thomas.
Left
right
Thomas.
there. That's LT. Yeah. I'm gonna move right along, you guys. We got another subject dealing with sports. Oh my God, this is crazy. I don't know who's heard about it, but Savvy, I know you're a serious sports fan. Le'Veon Bell, the man that just signed a $52 million deal with the New York Jets. Everybody that knows him knows he was a star with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the last few years. Definitely one of the highest paid running back in the league right now. But the crazy story was this dude obviously went to the club, hooked up with 2 thoughts. got them back to the hotel
Now it's a
room.
past thought.
They were asshole naked.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's 9:00 in the morning, and he's got 2 butt naked chicks in the bed with him. Right?
Okay.
So, like a lot of young pro athletes, he's just doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
So he gets up and be like, "Yo, I gotta get ready for this season." You know what I mean? Like, I got 52 million reasons to be in shape. So he goes, "Y'all kick it right here. I'm gonna run to do my normal routine and go do my 2-hour workout."
So he left them in the room,
Left them in the room.
and he didn't know them. He just met them.
Nigga just met him
Oh yeah, he's an idiot. for
at the
that.
club.
Yeah.
Comes back. They took $500,000 in cash
Yes, they should.
and every piece of jewelry in his motherfucking house. Nigga,
Wait,
they
wait, wait,
pulled
this-
a Cardi B on this nigga.
Oh, this wasn't in a hotel. He
No,
brought him back
this
to his
crib.
house.
At his
His
crib.
crib.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh my
dog.
goodness!
It gets worse.
It can't.
Yes, you ready for this?
But wait,
They
there's
didn't take one of
more.
his cars, did they?
How you think they got home?
Oh my
Come
God.
on, you know he's got an extra set of keys. The dumb
right,
fuck.
right.
Wow.
How about he gets home and calls 911?
That's the funniest thing right there.
When he calls 911, you gotta hear it, nigga. I wish we could do video. So the ladies, okay, calm down, sir, calm down. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. They're like, what did they look like? He goes, okay, one was you can tell the nigga just better. He's like, I think she Puerto Rican. I ain't really sure. She about 5'6".
Oh,
and
no.
the other one, I think she black, but she might be white too. She about 5'10". And you can tell the ladies right the information down. And he goes, okay.
So
he goes,
Puerto Rican.
so what were they wearing?
Oh, that's the
And
funniest part.
this nigga goes, I'm gonna be real with you. She was butt naked in the bed when I left. So all she had on was lotion. So I can't really describe the
He didn't
lotion
say
to
that.
you.
Al. No,
Nigga,
you're
yes,
lying.
the
You're
fuck he
lying.
did. And
You're
then
lying. He
she
didn't
goes,
say
she
that.
goes, okay, what about the other one?
He didn't say
like,
that.
This for real? This is for real.
It's for
Oh,
real.
that's real.
That bitch
She
is
goes,
naked too.
the 911 call goes, so
Stop.
what about the other one? He was, nigga, she was naked too. So I can't really give you that description.
Oh my goodness!
All I know is this is what they took, everything they took, and they robbed his ass motherfucking blind.
What was he thinking?
Yeah,
No
I thought-
does it-
I thought
he didn't have
Savvy
cameras?
was already gonna do a skit on this.
He ain't
already.
got
Wow,
Bro, I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear
Man,
about.
this
I
is
didn't hear
the
about
funniest
this.
shit.
I didn't hear about this
It's the
either.
funniest-
First of all, the man
Wow.
had to learn.
No cameras
uh,
in his house? No cameras in his
No
house.
camera. But
Are
he
you
just
kidding,
moved
dog?
to New York. He just moved. So what happens is, just so you know, when guys
Damn.
right away sign, they don't really have their house yet.
Yeah,
So I'm really sorry.
so
He's in a
usually
nice-
the
but
the
cameras-
team usually has a type of
Yeah, he's
facility or
probably-
something,
yeah.
just for you to
Dope-ass
chill for a
condo.
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's the star, 52 million, highest paid dude in the NFL, running back
You got
wise.
500 million cash in your house and you got jewelry up the wazoo. You got that much money in your house. You best believe
Wait,
it.
how much-
100%. The
how
cameras
much
are
did he have
done
in cash?
first, even if it's a camera.
500,000.
I don't remember that. I just know. You
Yeah, they said
a
$1 million at first, but then
Million.
they said 1,000. But you know,
and it was just laying around. Wasn't there no
well, you know,
safe for
niggas
that?
like him, you never know. You might just have to go out and buy a Bentley today or some shit, you know, with cash. But I
That's
just hope, excuse my
hilarious.
language, but Le'Veon, if you listen, never leave the hoes you just met at the club at your house by themselves with $500,000 in jewelry laying down.
Never.
You new nigga.
Shame shit.
Jesus Christ, that is the epitome of these new money niggas. I hope they're listening. I hope other young NFL and NBA dudes are listening.
crazy.
Like,
That's
dude,
crazy.
first of all, you leave, I leave, you leave.
Right.
Exactly.
No
Right?
question.
Absolutely.
Nigga, I just met you.
Matter of fact, they really shouldn't have stayed the night.
Come
to
on,
be
man.
honest, I don't know you like that. It's
Right.
done.
Yeah, they had no business.
Let me make sure
staying.
you get back to where, like chilling. I don't know you.
Come
You
on,
can't
man.
sleep
I
over.
don't care if you lick my
Nah.
balls from the back, nigga.
Nah.
You are not staying
Your
for
ass
lunch
home.
and breakfast.
Yeah,
That's what they're
not
hanging
at
out.
all. Yeah,
They
nah, you
robbing
gotta
me.
bounce.
But you heard Cardi B. She was saying that's what a lot of her
They used to
little
stick 'em
girls,
up.
That's what they do. But it's not even by gunpoint. What they're doing nowadays, these niggas get dumb. They're drunk. They leave the Rolex next to the bed before they hit, and they do all this shit. And these girls are
Wow.
like, "You're not paying me enough with an Uber, and you maybe bought me some drinks last night, but I know this is gonna probably be in today, so I'm gonna have to leave with something."
They
Right.
should make Cardi B pay back the fee that he lost.
So reparations for Cardi B.
Yes, remuneration.
Wow.
They took that nigga whole NFL signing
Remuneration
bonus.
is
Right.
when it's just the money.
Wow.
Reparations just means you're being repaired
Right.
emotionally. So she should be
Speaking-
But maybe
remunerated.
some of those guys need repair.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope the young dudes are out there listening and like this all. You just don't get caught up.
Wow,
in that.
that's
But
crazy.
speaking of Cardi B, Cardi B and Offset, their 1-year-old daughter Culture They just spent $400,000 on a party.
Are you serious?
Yes, they bought a $400,000 party, and then they bought her a $100,000 chain. I don't know. What's your thought? First of all, if you got kids, give us a call. 310-986-6610. 310-986-6610. In fact, Savvy, I need you to hit all your people up.
Word.
And I need you to hit them up and that they have kids. How much would they spend and how far would they go on a baby party? Now, Savvy, I know you have a child. Would you spend, you have a little daughter, correct?
Yes.
How would you spend $400,000 or would you spend $100,000 on a chain for a 1-year-old?
I would not, man. And I hope that I'm able to prove all y'all wrong. 'Cause when I touch that type of money, man, I just want to be able to call you and say, Alex, I got a couple of million in my account and I only spent $600 on this party. I'm sticking to my word, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm sending a helicopter for you to come to my second.
You know what I'm saying?
My boy's second birthday party.
Pull up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Savvy, not Savvy, said, well, you don't have any kids yet, but what's your feeling on that? Like spending that kind of money on a 1-year-old?
Yeah, we know that's ridiculous. Off top.
Insane.
Off top is ridiculous.
What do you think that's
If I was
saying?
to ask them what kind of scholarship fund do they have for their kids,
Exactly.
they'd probably be like 0.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, come on, man. You got to invest in your kids and not put tangible things as a priority for them. This kid's doomed already just by what precedent you're setting as parents for the kid. So this is silly.
What do you think, Dara? You don't have any kids yet, but as a mom,
Oh, God.
would you think that
No.
had to do with both of them? Did they sit down and talk about that, or do you think one did it and one was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Or what do you think?
It had to have been a joint, conversation. I don't
Joint
think
ignorance.
Yeah,
Joint.
that's insane because and that's just her first birthday.
Right.
So what? How do you follow?
You
how do you
gotta keep
top
that
that?
up.
How do you top that?
Right.
You're putting you're setting yourself. I think it's too much. I wasn't raised like that. It's no disrespect. With or
You
silver
weren't
spoon-
raised. You're Jewish. You weren't raised on $400,000 birthday
no,
parties.
no silver spoon in our mouths.
You never had $100,000 chains with like a Jewish star on it or something.
I didn't
iced
get
out?
jewelry until until one of my godfathers. Yeah, until I was bat mitzvah.
Really?
13. Yeah, So I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That part.
it's too much money. It's a waste of money. The kid's
Yeah.
not going to remember any of it.
No, that is true.
Do
That
it
is
for her
true.
bar mitzvah. Do it for a quinceañera. Do it for something else. You know what I mean?
I feel like, I don't know, just when you look at Cardi B and Offset, I feel like they are like the 2019 Ike and Tina. Don't you think, exactly, don't you think like Offset and Cardi B are like the 2019 Ike and Tina?
I don't even think that gives it justice.
What?
I don't know. They're dysfunctional. I think they're like Bobby and Whitney more like.
That's another
That's
comparison.
a good one. That's a good one, Sad.
More than,
That's another
more than Ike and Tina, man, because it's just ridiculous following ridiculous on both sides.
Because remember,
much
didn't
money.
he get busted messing around with some strippers?
Right.
And then bought her with $1 billion ring and like went into one of her concerts and just
So
came
at
on
this
stage?
point, whatever
walk
Cardi B
on.
wants to do, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
pretty
matter.
much.
He doesn't really have a say.
Pretty much, right?
That's why when you mess up like that, man, you just gotta let it go. You can't come back because you're gonna be forever in purgatory,
Yeah.
paying for it.
Too much money.
That's true.
Too much money.
Hey, switching real, since we're on the topic of music, I mean, I know you guys, but it's kind of, this is not music, but that unfortunate situation, I think it happened last week in Arizona. The young couple, because they kind of reminded me of Cardi B and Offset. The young couple, they went into a dollar store and their little daughter, I guess, took a Barbie doll. And she's only 1 year old.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
And they
right,
walked
yeah.
out, and next thing you know, all the cops pulled guns
Yeah.
on these. Do you know the story?
I actually don't know that story.
I just know they went out.
I know that story.
They pulled guns on the young lady as if they were robbing and doing all that kind of stuff. Long story short,
They're telling her to put her, sorry to interject, but they're also telling her to put her hands up when she's holding her child
Right.
in the
Right.
car. She's like, I
Right.
can't put my hands up. I'm holding a baby.
Yeah.
And, I can't drop my kid for you.
Right.
So, now there's more pressure
Right,
by not
right.
having your hands up.
right. It was a
Ridiculous.
horrible brutality.
It made me heated.
But long story short, they're
Heated.
suing for $10 million, and Jay-Z offered, and the Rock
pay
Nation
their legal
team
fees.
offered to pay the legal fees
Yes.
because they definitely
That's a good look.
have a case because
that's
it was
dope.
wrongful doing. So big round of applause for
Yeah,
Jay-Z
big.
for
You got a
stepping
phone
in.
call, too.
We got a phone call, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Funny Don't Stop Show. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Caller, you in?
Caller.
Hello. It's the
Hello?
Funny Don't Stop Show.
Okay, hey, hello. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Drake from Arkansas. I've been on this before.
Hey.
That's
I
Drake from
remember
last
him.
week. Drake was last week, I think, right?
That's right, Drake. Isn't it past your bedtime again? Drake, you don't have a bedtime. Your mama, are you upstairs with the door closed, under the sheets, talking to us?
I'm in my room with my light on.
Wait, say what? What'd he say?
He said he's in his room
He's
with
in
his
his
light
room
on.
with his light on.
That is funny.
With no parents.
Are you a latchkey kid or what?
That's old school. You telling your age right there, Alex. Nobody knows what a latchkey
I know what a
kid
latchkey
is.
kid.
Yeah, what is that?
So tell us, Drake. What are you doing right now? What is your question? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, since Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson are hurt, and the rest of it's okay. What I'm basically trying to say is, AD and LeBron, are they automatically champions?
Oh, you mean for the fact that they're hurt like that?
Yeah.
You want to answer that, Savvy? Savvy's going to answer you, Drake.
Yeah, so basically I think what he's asking is because Golden State seems to be in a downward spiral because of the injury of Klay Thompson and the possible departure of Kevin Durant, does that automatically put the Lakers at that top spot? My answer to you, kid, would be absolutely yes! Nobody's going to beat the Lakers. Nobody. And you can quote me on that.
I got a question to you, Drake, and we probably my question to you is, what is Pythagorean's theorem?
What?
What?
What you asking?
What?
You're in geometry probably right now, right?
Oh my God.
What?
No,
You're not?
never.
What are you studying in school right now? What math?
Exponents. Yes.
Exponents. So you should know what
Yeah.
Pythagorean's theorem is. Look that up. Call
No,
us
I have
back
no
next
idea
time
what
and
that
tell
is.
us what Pythagorean's
I thought
theorem
it was Pythagorean's theory.
theorem.
Oh, it's theorem. Yeah, I went to college for
theorem.
20 minutes, so it didn't work out.
Don't
for me.
worry, Drake. He's just trying to rattle you a little
He's
bit.
just playing with you, Drake.
He's just trying to make himself look smart.
Hey, Drake, we really.
We gotta teach the kids, man.
I know.
Our job is to teach
For sure,
the kids.
for sure,
Hey,
absolutely.
hey, Drake, we really appreciate you calling, man, and we want you to spread the word and tell all your friends to watch the Funny Don't Stop show, okay?
Yes. I told my mom last time.
Oh yeah.
What did she say? Wait, what did your mom say? What did she say?
She said, "Who is he?" And I'm like, "What?"
It's like, woman. All right, man. We don't want to get you in any trouble, Drake. All right.
All right.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for tuning
Yeah,
in,
you
man.
too.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So look, you guys, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I guess the whole world knows. I don't know if we do an applause for this. Is this a sad moment or what is it? But today is the 10th anniversary of the death of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. And that is today. It's sad. It's kind of still crazy that man is gone. He was such a big part of all of our lives. I'm going to start it off by saying, look, man, we all saw the documentaries. We've all heard the things. That man is not here to defend himself. I am still a Michael Jackson fan. I don't know if you are. If you are, please give us a call and tell us why. 310-986-6610. I'm going to go around the room. Dara, what is your feeling on this? Michael Jackson's been gone for 10 years.
It feels like it was like half. Go ahead.
No.
It feels like it was 5 years ago. It doesn't feel like it was a full 10 years. It feels
Yeah.
like it was like 5-6 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know, I love the Jackson 5. Grew up listening to everything. My house was filled with so much music, and so it sucks because he's not here to defend himself. It's like a bittersweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure for a lot of people, you know. And I haven't even seen the whole. I haven't even seen the doc. I saw clips, but I didn't even watch it. So it sucks because you want to. I'm all for celebrating his life. I'm still a fan of him. I still listen to his music. I don't turn it off
Until you're proving something else.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's like, you know, it's like you got fucking R. Kelly, like it was jamming.
I think that's a whole different situation.
No, but I mean, like, it started playing in the background. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, man, you want to turn it off. You're like, fuck,
Right,
I love
right,
that
right,
song.
right,
It's like
right.
you're ruining it, you
I
know.
know.
But I love Michael. It's a shame that he's not here.
What's your feeling? Sad, Brass?
Yeah, I feel like Mike was railroaded, and I think it's a sad case when celebrity black men have to enter the game and reach such heights, and then it seems like we always got to go out in a bad way. It's like they build us up to break us down. You know, Bill Cosby, I'm more likened to, you know, a living version of Michael Jackson, someone that we build up and then on the end destroy them.
OJ.
I don't know about that.
I just had to throw a monkey wrench in there. I just felt it was just on the tip of my tongue.
Let me put that out there real quick.
Yeah, right. Savvy, what do you think, man?
Man, he would always be the king of pop to me, man. Like they always say, man, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
The man is resting in peace, so therefore his legacy is still that of Michael Jackson that I knew, that we all know, man, and all the allegations, man. I'm not trying to hear it. Legend in my eyes, man, forever the king of pop. I'm a fan.
Absolutely. Dano, what's your feeling on it, man? You being, a DJ and a musician,
Yes, sir.
what's your feeling on that?
Well, I mean, it was a
Take
lot.
your time. Take your time, brother.
Yeah,
Take your
about to
time.
break down.
Jesus.
How much time do I got, Alex? How much time do I got?
I know it hurts, brother.
Dano talking like he visited Neverland a few times.
Oh my
No,
God.
Savvy.
Sounds like you took a few naps with the king.
Jesus
That's where he
Christ.
got the 2 fingers from.
The Funny Don't Stop
Really?
Show.
Really?
Talk to us. Tell us about your personal experiences with his pillows. So tell us.
Okay. So I got.
Did Michael ever give you a back rub? I'm just curious.
No, you never give me a back rub. But yes, Savvy, I have been to the Neverland Ranch.
Oh,
You really have
I have been
been.
there. Yes, I've experienced the Neverland Ranch in person.
Did you ever watch him beat it?
But I was a Bowen.
Alex.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I was a grown ass man.
Okay.
I went there for Joe Jackson's birthday.
Okay.
Through a DJ buddy of mine who was set to perform for the Jacksons, and
Okay.
it was incredible, man. That spot was like
Magical, huh?
unbelievable. Oh, it was incredible.
Was it packed
Ferris
that
wheel.
night?
Was there big animals
No,
walking around in
Michael,
the front?
Michael wasn't there that night.
Are you fucking serious? You went
Because,
to
again-
Michael Jackson's house and the nigga wasn't
He
there
wasn't
that
home.
night.
It was.
You can't. You're not even allowed to tell the story.
I digress.
That's like
So
going
who
to
was
play
there?
game.
It was just Tito
Yeah,
and
and Jermaine. Tito
and the
Jermaine.
housekeeper, nigga. The fuck, dude? You should have lied, nigga.
I can't lie because the funny don't stop.
Let him
Nigga,
have
who was the
it.
name of his monkey?
Bubbles.
Was Bubbles there,
Bubbles.
nigga, at least?
No, Bubbles.
no, I didn't see
been gone.
Bubbles.
Oh, see, they fucked you up. You went the wrong night.
Yeah,
Nigga, did you go on a
He
Thursday?
got the discount.
Actually, it was a Friday.
Oh, the Friday?
Yeah, I didn't see Bubbles, but I saw the giraffes, and I saw the elephants, and I saw the eagles, and I saw the cages, and the parade, and the
Ferris wheel.
merry-go-round. And the
So I
whole-
assume
it was
since
beautiful.
Michael was there, I'm not even trying to be funny, there were no kids there.
I even got a tour of the
children's rooms?
theater.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, the theater where they have the.
Did you play on the Jungle
beds
Gyms?
in the back. No, I didn't play on
Or
anything. I didn't play on anyone or anything.
were there any mats, where kids do tumbling and shit like that?
No.
Brutal, man.
Oh my God.
Any ET pajamas?
No.
Oh, God. I'm dying. I'm
Y'all
dying.
killing me right now. The Funny Don't Stop Show. Y'all killing me.
We're on fire.
Nigga said E.T. pajamas.
We all had them. Star Wars pajamas, ET pajamas.
I never. No,
Oh,
I've
that's
never.
funny. There wasn't any phone home underwear.
No.
Oh my God.
But wait,
You didn't see any Home Alone lunch boxes or anything? None of
Oh.
Macaulay Culkins? You didn't see any Emmanuel Lewis T-shirts? Nothing?
Oh, my God.
Killing me, Alex. Hold
Oh
on.
my
Let
God.
him tell his story. Let him
Hold
tell
on,
his
yeah.
story.
Oh my God, man.
And so,
Back to the real. Back to the
Alex's
real.
brain
Back
is
to the
still
real.
thinking, though, for the next one. He's still.
Yeah, that's good. That's
He's already on the
Pink
next one.
rollerblades?
I'm
Nothing?
gonna set him up.
Okay.
I'm gonna set him up. So Michael Jackson passes. Right?
Yes.
He passes, and they have the big memorial at Staples Center.
Right.
So
This is
me-
after. This is after he passed. Sorry to cut you off. So when you went to
Yeah,
the house, this
well,
is after he passed.
Yeah, no, it's before he passed. What
Oh,
the
before he-
fuck?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
He said he wasn't there.
He
Shit.
passed. He passed away. They had the Staples Center tribute.
Yeah.
So I go to the Grammy Museum
Okay.
for
Right there by LA Live.
Sub, yeah, by LA Live
Yeah.
for the sub Staples Center Memorial.
Right.
We're screening live, and it was amazing to be,
Aw.
because the streets were blocked off, just to be in the zone where Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
memorial ceremony
Right.
happened. It was incredible, man. We
That's
spent
what's
like 2 days there.
So let me ask you a question, Daniel.
Wait. So from the Staples Center, from there, then you went to the house. Two separate
No, so
things.
he- so
These are just
it-
two separate things you're
No, it
talking
seemed
about.
like it was overcrowding, so he wasn't able to go to the Staples Center, right? So he went to.
I'm just talking about like.
I couldn't afford those tickets, so I
Right.
went across the street.
Are you
Exactly.
talking about like two separate times? You're
Two
talking about
separate times.
But it was
two
live
separate
feed, it was
times.
live
Got
It was a live feed,
Yes.
but Staples Center was crowded. So the
Right.
overcrowding, he went. That's where he went
Oh,
to.
he was watching it
Bro,
over there.
Exactly.
I remember,
so he
Oh.
was there the day, but he really wasn't in a real ceremony.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
You know what's crazy, bro? I remember
He
Alex
didn't
when,
tell that story either.
when he died, bro.
Thank you for
I was
clarifying.
I was working down at USC Medical Hospital,
Okay.
and they helicoptered his body in to the morgue down at my job, bro.
This is right after he died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I tried to get to work the next day because it was near the morgue was near like the employee parking lot. Bro, it was so many people out there, man,
Oh,
with
yeah.
posters.
Dude,
It
worldwide,
was-
he's the
man, it
biggest
was
entertainer. On the
crazy.
I'm not trying to go too far back, but I just got to ask one quick question. Don't laugh, okay? Try not to laugh when
It's
I say
kinda
this.
hard not to
Can
laugh.
you guys try not to laugh when I
I've
say I'm
been
about to
trying.
say?
Why
Stop.
you're laughing
Because I already
as
know
you're
he's
saying
on some
it?
Well, look
bullshit.
at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
As
I
you're
just-
laughing
Look
as
at
you're
his
saying
face.
it.
I just wanted to know,
Yeah, just look at his face.
did Bubbles have a room or did Bubbles stay in a cage? I'm just curious. What you guys want to know? You would think you're a billionaire. You would think Bubbles would have had like a king size bed,
He probably does.
or did Bubbles have a cage? Does anybody know?
He stayed in the cage.
He had to have.
And
a
why
cage.
is said like nigga? He stayed in the
Nigga,
cage.
he stayed in the
I don't
cage,
know.
Like,
alright?
how you know?
No, I,
No, Bubbles
no,
was
I,
How
No,
do you,
but
wait,
how do you
stop.
know,
One at a
though?
I
time.
can see Bubbles walking around.
No,
I can see
Bubbles
walking
is free.
around.
Nigga, I can
Bubbles
see
is free.
Bubbles
is free.
sitting up and getting late night
Get
pie
manicures, get
and
manicures.
Get a little popsicles.
popsicles, little grapefruit fruit snacks and shit.
Jesus Christ.
I heard
Oh
Bubbles
my
could say a
God.
few words.
Yeah.
What up, nigga? How do you know, Sam?
No, I don't know. I know. It's purely conjecture.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So, Dano,
Yes.
Dano, back to you.
Yes, sir.
Since we're on the topic of DJing, man, I've known you a lot of years, and I never really asked you, man, why did you become a DJ? What made you want to become a DJ?
Oh snap! The short version.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
sure. Yes.
Cliff
Nigga,
notes.
you've been
Yeah,
doing
I
it.
know, right.
You've been doing it 72 years. We don't want to.
Jesus Christ.
we only have 30 more minutes, nigga.
Did you DJ Joe Jackson's party?
Oh, Jesus Christ. The way that he just told that story. Yeah.
He was
You
30.
didn't play Beat It, did you? At the
He DJ'd
Oh, okay.
Joe Jackson's 13th.
Nigga, he DJ Joe Jackson's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that was coming.
Thanks for the point, Alex. Alex with the note. Thanks for the note.
So, what made you become a DJ? Like the short, because I got about 4 or 5 questions I've always wanted to ask you.
All
That's
right,
it.
the short version, Westwood breakdancing. I was a pop locker. And,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
the DJ influence came in when I saw a video of Malcolm McLaren doing.
Right.
Buffalo
Three
Gals.
Buffalo girls go
Buffalo
around
Gals.
the outside.
No, yeah, that was good, but no, when he they did the World Crowd Wrecking Group.
Before
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, when they like
Speaking of that,
and
since-
I saw it, and
Yeah.
I was like, I went home and duplicated that on my mom's record console,
Okay.
right, with the belt drive, and I was
Right,
like,
right, right.
with a Michael Jackson off the wall album, like, oh,
Right, right,
I
right.
can do, I can do, and then I broke her.
Needle.
Were you watching Breaking 1 and 2? A Wild Style?
No, yeah, I saw
I know,
those too.
right?
But that's where my influence came from to get started.
So speaking of that, though, I mean, just like anybody, you have people that you looked up to. Like, who were some of your, like, would you say some of the DJs you looked up to, or maybe like your top 5
Good question,
out
good
there
question.
that,
Number one that influenced me was Jam Master Jay. Come on.
And why was that?
Because he had the smoothest mixes, man. Live on stage with the crowd bumping, he just kept it smooth.
And he was a huge part of Run DMC. Like, people don't
Huge.
understand. Like, yeah,
He was the
there
root-
was Run and DMC, but man, that was back
He
in
was
the
the meat
day.
and potatoes of-
Exactly.
Yeah.
The DJ
Was
was
equally as
the
important as the
focal
rapper.
part. Right. Okay, so Jam Master Jay, who else?
Jam Master Jay. Then I'll go into Mixmaster Mike from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Mixmaster Mike.
Oh,
Mixmaster Mike.
Shout out Mike.
Master of the mix. That dude kept it so clean. Oh my God.
Right.
I can't believe it. But then I will put number 1,
Yeah.
Jazzy
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff.
He's also one
Jazzy
slept on.
Jeff.
He's one of the most slept on DJs, man.
And why
he's
is
not
that?
slept.
Explain.
Well, I can't explain because the world is listening, but Jazzy Jeff is the smoothest
Scratch.
DJ mixer
Yeah.
on the planet because he can take
He's
any
dope.
genre and transition in one hip hop into an old school funk beat, rock and roll, and he just
And his
kills it.
scratching ability is ill too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen him
you
do
don't
parties.
get no
Yeah.
scratch.
Yeah, he's always here. He's going to be coming out here soon. I think
Is
there's
he
a
really?
do over. Yeah,
That's my
I'll
boy.
let you guys know.
Like, here's a question. Like, if I were to pay to go see a DJ perform, it would be Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's three. That's three.
That's three.
You had a couple more you
Who
were
else?
telling me
You want
about.
two more? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You said something about Qbert.
Yeah,
he's great.
Cuba was dope.
He's
Cuban
great.
is dope.
Is dope.
Tell me a little
Yeah,
bit about it,
Qbert
because
is
I
dope.
wasn't really hip to Qbert. What kind of was his claim to fame?
Qbert is a DMC championship where he was cutting and scratching and doing crazy mixes. You got to check him out on YouTube.
Okay.
He's really phenomenal. And he's like the supreme ballet dancer of the DJ world.
Okay, and you had one more. You had one more that you were telling me about.
Well, we're gonna go on the money side.
Yeah.
DJ Tiesto.
Tiesto. For the people out there that don't know who Tiesto is, let them know, and why is he so dope?
Tiesto last year, 2018, earned $45 million.
Yeah, his residence in Vegas.
How the hell does a DJ make that much money? Somebody explain.
Okay, I'll break it down.
million.
So,
In a
yeah,
nutshell.
45 million in a year.
Damn.
Yeah, hello.
Why
Look
is he
at-
so
look
big?
Look at Sevy's eyebrow. Look at Sevy's eyebrow.
I know, right?
I'm in the wrong field.
I know.
They're mixing
Explain.
and
How do you
scratching.
blow up that big? Now, is he bigger than Steve Aoki,
Yes.
Calvin Harris, and all those? He's the biggest.
No, actually, Calvin
the
Harris
same.
is the biggest. But let's not
How
go
do these
there.
dudes make so much money? And I go to Vegas and they're on giant
Billboards.
billboards, and you go in there and there's
Great
3,500
management.
people and a dude just up in the booth. Just
Right.
explain that.
Great agents.
No, not just great agents, but
Managers, a
they
whole
make
nine.
they make mixes. They make remixes. Like take a Rihanna, take a song, take a SZA, and they make remixes to that track. That track goes worldwide. It goes big on Billboard. It goes big on the Planetary. And all of a sudden now you get to see them live doing their stuff.
Is it the
And I've seen
EDM
them.
stuff though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mostly,
most of them.
Yeah.
Because
Big
they're
time.
not.
Because if you look at the charts, the top 10 DJs, there's no Urban Brothers.
That's what I thought, and I'm like, it's crazy because we create a lot of beats.
Yeah.
Hip hop is such a huge genre, but those dudes that you're mentioning are the furthest thing from it, and they're
Right.
making
I know.
quadruple
I
the
know.
money.
Yeah.
Like
It-
you look at DJs
Scratch.
Skate. No, Scratch no.
I miss
You look
Scratch.
at- Skate, that's good. Scratch is good. But you look at Skate, DJ Ski, no.
Vice, DJ
Love
Vice.
to DJ Ski.
Vice, Afrojack.
Shout out to DJ Ski because I know he's. Shout out to also DJ Clinton Sparks because he's one of the
Hell
main
yeah.
people at Dash, and he's had some
Hey.
platinum records out there also.
Another one. Big
Yeah.
Yeah, it's white sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
White sweet
It's
potatoes.
white sweet
It's a
potatoes.
whole other
but
genre.
see-
'Cause well, that's not hip hop. He's talking about. He's talking about that EDM,
That-
that fucking.
Yeah,
They,
There's a market for
stole
that.
They stole that too.
They
Call
did,
it
but
EDM.
a lot of those
They
Good
DJs
night.
though, their origin and where they came from was hip hop.
Oh,
Yeah.
There
like
was
to
no
me.
Jungle
EDM
drum and
then.
bass.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong, but EDM to me is nothing but sped up house
I mean,
music.
no,
it
no
is.
question.
It is.
There's no question. It
And
is.
I'm not knocking it. I
No,
get it.
there is,
Worldwide,
yeah.
it's one of the biggest genres.
For sure.
Now, what I wanted to ask you, Dano, was a lot of these DJs end up becoming talent themselves.
Yes.
Right? Take like a DJ Khaled. Take like a Dr. Dre. Take like a DJ Pooh who ended up acting. Had you ever thought of doing outside of just being a DJ? Or was that just not your lane? Because think about it, DJ Pooh. They all started on the ones and twos.
Right.
You know, DJ Khaled, he used to be the DJ for the Terror Squad.
Right.
You know, you take Dr. Dre, obviously, we all know his world. But he ended up being an artist himself.
Is he an artist or is he just
I
a
mean,
voiceover?
think about it. He's been on a whole lot of huge
We
songs.
the best.
You know? Yeah, but that's still. Oh, what are you saying?
But
He's saying they are artists.
I'm just saying he's not an artist. He's a
But he's
Performer.
considered when he's
a
not.
brand.
recording
he's a brand.
artist.
He's a brand.
He's in every one of his own videos. Every beat that he does. Remember how, you know, like 8-9 years ago, he would do a beat. Khaled would do a beat.
Yeah.
And it would be Birdman, Lil Wayne, Weezy, Chris Brown, 9 of them on a song. And that
Right.
motherfucker all of me, we the best. He would just say
Exactly.
shit, but that's enough to get them residuals.
I don't know if I
Right.
give Khaled. I don't know if I look at him as a producer.
Exactly.
As far as actually creating the beat. Now
Right.
you can
Right.
be a producer by finding a producer who has the beat, and then you bring all the elements to make that song.
And I think that's what he
That's
does.
still a producer.
I agree.
Still a producer.
But I don't look at
No.
him as a producer who, like a Dre, who actually makes the
Beat
beat.
from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
I don't
right,
look
right,
at him
right.
like that.
Or
That's what I feel
There's a
about
lot
those
of ghost
guys.
producers
I
out
mean,
there too.
I'm not mad.
True.
I'm not hating on Khalid. But
Not at all.
We the best.
Khaled.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
You said
Khalid.
Khalid. Because isn't that another singer
Oh, that's
now?
another
Yes.
dude. Right, that's the other guy.
Khalid
What
is
song
the
does he
singer.
do?
I'm going to see
He's
him
got a
on-
dope. He's got
I'm
a
gonna
dope
see him
song out
tomorrow.
right now.
He's performing live tomorrow here in LA. I'm going
Where?
to see him tomorrow.
What?
Where's he
What's
at?
his big song? It's the slow
I'll
song.
text it to you.
Send me your location and
Right. But he has another song out right now that's really
I
dope.
just
He has a whole
need
new
the
album out.
time
Yeah.
and place to come
He's
through.
performing
You know what I'm talking
tomorrow.
about? That
He's
song.
here.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
here in
Pull it
LA.
up.
Okay.
And he's like 21.
Yeah, no, I
He's
heard.
like a kid, dude. I went to his like 21st birthday party.
What the
like-
fuck were you doing at a 21-year-old's birthday?
Industry stuff, man. Industry stuff.
I mean, because you think him and Lil Nas X should do a goddamn song together.
Oh, don't do that.
We got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Caller.
Yeah, what's going on? Funny Don't Stop.
What's up?
What up?
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jeff.
Well, this is Ali, man. This is your homeboy Ali from LA. I'm calling from San Diego, man.
There you go. What up? I'm going to be in San Diego this weekend. Me and Savvy going to be in San Diego this weekend.
Well, you know, you need to give me that number you was going to give out with your phone number at first, and then you signed.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of San Diego, big shout out to Reggie Bush and his foundation. He has his huge golf tournament this weekend. He has the birthday project. A lot of people don't know there's a lot of homeless kids out there that don't ever get to experience what a birthday is all about. So he make.
right.
Now that sounds like a goddamn airplane engine.
That's the white noise. It's the white noise.
That sounds like a defuncted Southwest engine. Yeah, you need to work on your claps.
Damn it.
Okay, in fact, let's just not do any more until we get some claps. During the break, we're going to record all 6 of us clapping for you. Okay, so what's up, San Diego? Talk to us. What's your question?
Oh man, you know I ain't got no question, man. Actually, I do got a question because the funny don't stop, but the video stopped on online. You know, on YouTube. I was watching it, and all of a sudden it went off.
Yeah, we.
Oh, I'm glad you told us. Where did it stop at?
Ooh, to hook it back up or something, man. 'cause I was
Well, these motherfuckers be talking like they know you.
Raul, hook that shit up.
Like,
Hook it back up.
Does Raul owe you $20?
I watched all your episodes. That's what you told me to do. I went and looked at the old episodes. And I
Oh,
pushed
we
the like
appreciate
on-
that,
and
man.
the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? I look like I'm one of your main
Comments.
followers. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be there for you, AT, like we always do it, man. But I appreciate all of you guys on the show,
Oh,
man.
That's
thank
dope.
you.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie.
On,
You still talking?
on Tuesday nights, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You sound like an old ex-dope dealer, nigga. What?
You know,
You sound like you sold weed from 85 to 92, nigga.
Just don't slide any
You
shit in
know
my
I was
DM,
doing
right?
it in 88, 89. I was over there off Adams and Western over there slanging a little bit.
That's what's up. Yeah, nigga. You sound like a nigga. You sound like a nigga that got at least 2 or 3 Fila sweatsuits, nigga.
Yeah, they Valua too.
Oh, nice.
Hey, remember
That's
when
what's
Diddy
up.
had those?
Huh?
Remember when Diddy had those?
What? Come on, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you calling, brother. We got to go to a break right now, but continue.
I love you, man.
Hey, love
I'll
you
see
back, brother.
Next Tuesday, and I'm listening. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, spread the
that's
word.
what's up.
All right.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we about to do right now is go into a Michael Jackson tribute mix by DJ Dano right here on
The Funny Don't Stop Show.
On this date in Black history, August 22nd, 1989, Pauletta Weaver gave the first lap dance in a strip
I
club.
used to be a stripper. I always been about my business. I was too big to be up on that little ass pole. Look at all of this extra loving. I saw these little skinny bitches up on the pole making $20 and $30. And I'm like, let me get up and shake my ass up close and personal in these niggas' laps. I made $300 my first lap dance, and the rest was history.
Pauletta Weaver, an African American.
Yes, sir. We are back live at
Yes.
the Funny Don't Stop Show. Hey, yeah. So like I said, all the people watching us on our YouTube channel, we're having some problems with the internet moving slow up here in the studio. There's a whole lot of studios up here, so now we just going live on our Instagrams. But again, if you have missed any of these shows, we're almost, I think, 22 shows in. You can check out every one of our shows. 22 shows, isn't that crazy?
Time flies by when you're having fun.
Absolutely. And people, they hit us from all over the world. First of all, just so you know, it's like 11
Where did they hit
million.
us from?
Well, first of all, it's 11 million people listening to Dash every single week.
From Maine to where do they hit us from?
Where they hitting us from, man? They hitting us from Maine to Spain. They hitting us from Alaska to Nebraska. They hitting us from Chicago to Chicago.
Oh, wow.
You know, they hitting us from the Big Apple to the Pineapple. You know, that's New York to Hawaii. That's how the pimp say it. Hawaii. You understand me? Yeah, so we appreciate everybody that listens every single week. Shout out to Washington, D.C. Every time you hit me on my Instagram right now, I want y'all to let me know what city you hitting us from. We appreciate that. And please, if you want to talk to me, call me right now. 310-986-6610. These phone lines are about to start lighting up because I'm on my Instagram right now. So 310-986-6610. Every single week, we have an amazing segment every single week, and it's our girl Dara. And the segment is called What the Fuck? Because there's so many crazy things that happen on in this world, and it's just a bunch of what the fucks. And Dara brings it to our attention. So hit us up, 310-986-6610. Dara, talk to us.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a what the fuck. We got a couple today for you folks. So one of them is there was a couple that reveals the gender of their 10th child. Yes, 10th child.
Damn. Okay.
And you know like how they do those gender reveal parties, you know, little, you know.
You would think if you've had 10 kids, your ass would just know by now.
Right. Straight up.
You don't even need a doctor to tell you. You can just feel the baby and be like, okay, that's a little boy.
That's a boy.
Yeah, he about 3 pounds 8 ounces. Yeah,
Just
that's a preemie.
Stick a finger in your ass and you know what? I think it's a
2 fingers.
It's a
Little boy.
Yeah, do
a
2
pinky
fingers.
finger pee-pee.
Okay.
All right, so they got these gender reveal parties, right? So this couple reveals the gender of their 10th child, and you want to know how?
How?
How, you ask? By having their pet gator named Amos pop a balloon in its mouth.
Shut the hell up.
Gator named Amos.
A gator named Amos. So I guess he's
gator.
he must be a black gator if his name is Amos.
Amos.
Oh, no, wait. What state do you guys think this was in?
I'm going to guess.
Florida.
Yes.
Okay. That's really the only state. Yeah.
Yes.
My Florida people, you never
else
disappoint.
would it be, you know?
Jesus
Well, in Florida,
Christ.
the crazy thing about Florida, you could just be driving down the street in Florida, and wherever there is water, you may think it may be still water. It looks like a little
don't get it
creek.
twisted.
It looked like a big puddle. There is a chance there's an alligator in that
It's
motherfucker.
true.
Yeah. How ironic they would have the gators for the gender reveal, because you know, like back in slavery times, they used to have a term called gator bait, and they would actually feed. They would feed slave babies to the gators.
That's terrible.
Look it up.
Damn, are you really serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called gator bait.
So that's where gator bait came from.
Yeah, gator bait was.
That's some
actually black
sad,
ba-
upsetting
black
shit.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, black baby slaves.
Man, that shit just dampened my mood, man.
I know.
It's just fucking disgusting.
Damn, that's crazy.
Wow.
All right, so give us another.
I've had some gator bites
what the
though
fa-
before. I ain't gonna lie. I've had some
I'm
gator
not gonna
bites.
lie, I have-
Have you had gator bites though?
I haven't had a gator bite, but I have
like a
had
jalapeno popper.
No, I know. I did have during Essence Festival last year. I did have a gator omelet, and that shit was off the chain.
Gator omelet.
When I tell you, it tastes like chicken. You know, it really did taste like chicken.
Like
it was
frog
good
legs.
as fuck. Yeah.
Oh God, I never had it scrambled in an omelet. I've had it like.
Wait, Alex, what made you motivated to order a gator omelet?
And who served that? You don't get that anywhere.
Okay,
that's only in
well,
the South.
first of all, what motivated me to get a gator omelet? It was on the menu.
Yeah.
No, it was actually at one of the nicest hotels. I was actually at the Ritz-Carlton.
Wow.
Was
And
that
a
New
gator
Orleans?
omelet.
Was that in Narlands, right?
Yeah, New Orleans.
Oh yeah, well.
Yeah, and it was off the chain.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was diced up too. It wasn't like, there was a tail in that motherfucker. It wasn't like there was teeth in my omelet.
Yeah, it probably had Zatarain all over it. It probably was all spiced up and everything.
Right.
No, but the fact that he saw it on the menu, he said, "Yeah, let me get that."
No, what was so funny is, and right after I had the gator omelet, I went on one of the gator tours.
Wow.
You know when you get on the little the airboats.
Yes.
And I'm looking.
That's not a
I'm
good idea.
And I'm out there looking at real gators in the
Feeling
water,
bad.
like
You felt
nigga, I
bad.
just had your daddy for breakfast.
You know, it's funny. Tiffany Haddish. Shout out to your friend Tiffany Haddish.
Shout out to Tiffany Haddish, my girl.
Her and my mom were talking about how they both did the same airboat ride in New Orleans, and that they feed the alligators marshmallows.
They
Did
do.
You did you feed
I
the
saw that.
marshmallows?
I actually did.
They do.
No, what's so funny is the
She
difference
said
between.
that they're diabetics now.
I
hilarious.
hate to keep bringing up the white and black thing, but all the black people on the boat, we was just throwing marshmallows at the boat.
Right.
The white people are putting it in
In
their
their
hands.
hand, yeah.
Come on,
Oh,
come
no.
on, come on, taste
look
the
at 'em.
marshmallows. I'm
Are
like,
you
nigga, you about to
serious?
lose a knuckle in this motherfucker.
No,
Right.
there's always. It's always gonna be
Give us
different.
another what the fuck, Darren.
So by the way, when they did that gender reveal with that gator, 'cause you guys are gonna see the picture later. It you still doing the picture? Where they took a long stick with the balloon and they just popped that shit in his mouth. But I forget what I was gonna tell
That's
you
some
guys.
country ass shit too, by the way.
It was in Tampa, Florida. Actually, it was in Tampa.
Now
Okay,
I wonder, was there a crowd of people like usually
There
when you
was.
do?
There was people
It was
there.
big.
Oh, okay, 'cause-
And this gator was, and this has been their pet for many, many, many years. So this is like their baby. But
And-
still, this thing is at least 7 feet long. We're talking, it's wide.
Well, guess what, Darren? Since you said it's their baby and they're about to have a baby, they need to get rid of that motherfucker.
They do.
Because we don't need to hear a story about a goddamn gator eating another baby. You understand what I'm saying?
Gator babies.
Yeah, to all the white people out there that have pet gators and babies.
Time to
those
make some boots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Time to make a belt out them motherfuckers.
Exactly. Throw on them gators.
All right, so what's another
so
one?
here's another what the fuck for you guys. So on April 29th.
Oh shit.
We're listening, Darren.
So on April 29th,
Go in.
the Chicago police. No. I had a gas stuck in my throat there, my chest. All right. So April 29th, Chicago police found a man naked on the streets on the city's south side. He was badly beaten, mainly in the face, and had no ID. And this is like sad. This is fucking crazy. But we always bring. Savi's already laughing because we always. It's sad, but then we'll bring some happiness in the end.
Okay.
Because we always find the comedy in it, right? Okay. So this poor guy was found, badly beaten, fucked up, not cool. And the police used old mug shots and determined the man was Alfonso Bennett. Now, Bennett was then placed on life support in Chicago's Mercy Hospital. Then the hospital found the sisters, okay, gave them a call, named Rosie Brooks, and to inform... Bad timing.
That finger was ready.
Experiment.
That finger was ready. It was just ready. It just got a little anxious.
And was that a fart? Dude, you just need to go home and work on your sound effects. Like, how people go home and work on their craft, or they go sing or work on your sides, your lines. You just need to be in your boxers working on.
Yes.
Shut up.
Oh, wow.
We got some good one. I like
That was
that
good.
one. I like that one.
Okay, keep going.
Okay,
Darren.
so anyways, this poor man badly beaten, okay? Cops, they went by mugshots to kind of just figure out who he was. Okay. Put him in the hospital. He's on life support. They call the sisters. They notify them. The sister, later signed forms allowing the doctors to take this, what they thought was the brother off life support. And days later, another sister called to say that Alonzo Bennett was alive and well. He apparently paid that sister a visit, and everyone was shocked that he was alive. So they think that this guy who's on life support, they pulled the plug. They're making all these arrangements. They bought him a suit. They picked out the coffin. They arranged a funeral. Turns out it's not him.
It's the wrong guy.
It's the wrong guy. And these ladies made funeral arrangements and bought a coffin and everything, only to find out that it's not their brother. And the police told the hospital that they did not use fingerprints to definitively, ID the man because of budget cuts. Because of fucking budget cuts.
Wow.
Now, that pisses me off because if somebody passes away, you don't go off a mugshot or something. And the face was badly beaten. Right, okay, right. He's, you know what I mean. So you can't even really identify the man. You got to use fingerprints, but because of budget cuts. But now, their asses had to. They had to locate. Now they had to locate the family. The real family. Yeah. And you just.
Now that was
there we go. Now that was good. Dano. He's something else.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Like, how can you believe budget cuts? I'm sorry, we can't identify you, so we're just gonna pick a random mugshot.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's fucked up.
And
That
then,
is fucked up.
and the whole family is just distraught. They're like, "Oh my God, we got to take our brother off life support." You know, they're sad, they're crying, hysterical, buying a coffin, picking out a thing, and then all of a sudden the brother calls, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And they're like, "You're
So
alive."
wait.
He's like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He like walked in the house and he gave them a call. He called the other sister, and she's like, "You won't believe it, he's alive." They're like, "What do you mean he's alive? We just picked out his coffin."
So did they actually take him off of life support?
Yeah, they did.
So they actually killed someone and they weren't supposed to.
Correct.
Pretty much.
He was. They basically made the decision for someone else's family.
So like,
So you
what
probably
happened?
can't sue them for
Yeah,
libel.
Absolutely, but who would you sue?
You would
It's
sue
not
the
the
actual
police department or the
You
hospital?
would sue the city,
the city.
the hospital,
They
Yeah.
said the budget cuts.
and the actual
Malpractice like a motherfucker.
family. And the family.
You can't sue the family
how
when the
could you
family
sue-
didn't know.
Well, how could you sue the family if they were told, if they really thought that was a family member?
They should have been able to identify.
No,
It
his
don't
face.
matter.
His
Let
face
the
was
judge
his.
sort it
Is that
out.
more in the
His-
hospital?
Let
That's
the
more in the
judge sort
hospital.
it out.
No,
I'm suing
wait.
everybody.
No,
Calm
I'm
down,
telling you.
calm down, calm
I'm
One at a
telling
time.
you.
One at a
calm
time.
down.
One at a time. One at a
Getting
time.
all pumped and hype. The whole thing is his face was gone. His face was
Yeah, like-
completely.
like-
he was
Beyond
unrecognizable.
That's why I believe it's on. That falls on the hospital.
That falls on them. That doesn't fall on the sisters.
Yeah, definitely not on the family.
Hey, real quick, I know this might not be the right time to give, but I got to give another big shout out to Ciroc, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not a transition, Alex.
Christ.
That's Ciroc Watermelon Diddy. We appreciate the sponsorship. This definitely makes the good times roll. And we drink responsibly. And the bottle's gone again every single week. We kind of pregame, get here a little early, and go over our notes and stuff. I just want to get off onto another happy subject because I'm a comedian. Did you guys hear? I don't know, Dara, did you hear? Or Savvy, did you hear that Jimmy Kimmel is starting up a new comedy club in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's
I did
dope.
not know that.
At
That's
the
big
link,
if
at the
you-
Link
That's exciting.
Promenade,
That's
right across the
exciting.
street from Caesar's Palace.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
What's up?
He's a Las Vegas native.
Yeah, he's a Las Vegas
Huge.
native.
Yeah.
It seemed like it too.
Yeah.
I get that from Jimmy, and I didn't even know that.
Right, and I know it's gonna be dope because I don't know if you guys seen the link. It was it was the old Palace Hotel or whatever, but they just stepped their game up big time. Like now with all these brand new hotels going up, the real sexy spots, everybody's got to step up and revamp. But
Right.
the link is dope. Also, I don't know if you guys heard about that. Two comedy legends, Roseanne Barr and Andrew Dice Clay, have come together
Oh, man.
to do a tour, and the tour is called the Mr. and Mrs. America Tour.
So you already know that. You already know the bottom line on that one.
Wow.
It's gonna be nothing but white people.
If you are, yeah, if you
Probably.
black-
I mean, shout out to them both. They're both comedy legends.
Yeah, I know.
But
Dice is my neighbor. Crazy.
Hold on. Let's
I'm not
say,
saying
go
anything.
ahead.
I'm not saying anything.
No,
I just said
we
he's
want you to say something.
Yeah, hold on. Go ahead, say.
No,
Go
I
ahead,
just
say.
thought it was gonna be funny. That's all I said. It's gonna be funny. You can't have your. You can't be in your feelings at that show.
No. Exactly.
That, that's what Dice was mentioned like when I was reading.
Right,
I don't
right,
talk to
right.
guy. I don't know him like that.
Right,
but we run into each other. But anyways, I remember I was reading the article and it said that he's like, listen, he's aware that there's so much fucked up shit going on. He's like, listen, we're comedians. We're
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
He's like. He goes, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, bang your girls, bang your girlfriends. He goes, bang your chicks
Yeah.
and make your money or
Right,
some shit
right.
like that. He's like
Yeah.
he's so ridiculous.
But you know what's so funny?
Oh, God.
Roseanne Barr and Andrew Dice Clay going out on a tour, and they're at least damn near 60 years apiece.
Ballsy.
Yeah, that'd be like the equivalent of like Whoopi Goldberg and Sinbad in the black world. Going out on tour again and just being like, but you think about it, the reason I think it can be successful is because they both really did have that solid fan base that they did their thing for years. You will get that over that 41 and older black crowd to come
No,
out and
it's
see
a
Whoopi
good time
Goldberg.
for him. You're gonna get a lot of Trump people and a
Yeah.
lot of conservative people.
I like
gonna
Dice
come
though.
out
To me,
I love Dice.
I think
Dice
Dice
is
is
funny.
funny.
Dice is cool.
Dice is
Ro-
funny as fuck. He
I've
didn't
never-
give a fuck. He was
Yeah,
on
I
the
like
He doesn't
that.
give a shit.
I used
But
to
I never
sneak and watch.
considered Roseanne. Does she always do stand up? She's never.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never.
she
She
does
actually did.
stand up.
She
She's
started out as a
funny
stand-up
at all
comic.
to me.
Very
She's-
raunchy. Very
You know what it was?
She
Her TV
sucks.
show, you had to really be a fan of her
Right,
to
right.
like that show.
Yeah.
Right,
But
yeah.
she was like a lot of famous comics that just started out as comedians.
Comedians, yeah.
The industry liked them, and they gave him a show. But you got to think about it. In their world, she's brilliant, and she's a
Yeah,
star.
no, I get it.
Because
I
how
get
long
it.
did the show run?
A long time.
Years.
10 years.
Yeah.
200 episodes or something like that.
I get it.
So in their world, that's That's a fucking hit.
No, absolutely.
And
You
the
know what I mean?
reboot was successful.
Huh?
The reboot that they did for her was successful.
Until she tripped out.
Yeah, until she said that shit.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
she didn't survive that. They had
Yeah.
to pull her
Both
out.
of them two are so huge in their world. They both sold out arenas on their own.
Oh,
Madison Square
at one
Garden.
time,
Madison Square Garden.
Dice
so,
was huge.
Yeah, Dice was huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a segment tonight, man. That if you've been watching the show, I don't know if you've seen the show, but this man to my right, obviously, you know, we call him Fact Man because the motherfucker knows the answers to everything. If you watch the show, you know Said knows the distance from Uranus to Houston. He really does know these type of things. This dude will tell you Moses' middle name.
Moshe.
Yeah, shit that the people never knew. But today we're doing like kind of world premiere, and the name of the segment is "This Ain't Funny, So Don't You Dare Laugh."
Oh yeah. You know what, Dara? Thank you for that, Moshe.
Yeah, Moshe.
You gotta use the hak in that.
Moshe, you gotta get the chach. Baruch Ataras, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, this ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. This is a segment we just got this week, man. And I'm excited because we want to just pose the question on things that are funny but not necessarily funny, or are they funny or are they not? So in this week, I had one specific topic that I was going to focus on. In Dallas, Texas, at Concord Church, Brian Carter, the senior pastor there, received quite a bit of attention this week when he announced that he was just inviting cohabitating couples to accept the challenge of stepping into marriage. For couples interested in getting married, the Texas-based church agreed to pay for all the wedding, the dresses, the tuxedos, and even the rings for cohabitating couples.
Shut
And for those not sure about marriage, Carter said that he would pay 1 more month's rent to help the couples find out if they actually want to stay together or not. So one of the things that he said that he was facing about these cohabitating couples within his church is that he explained in an interview that over 66% of married couples live together prior to getting married. However, only about half of cohabitating couples end up actually in marriage. So the church is basically saying they're going to pay for, if you want to get married, everything, so you don't have to cohabitate in a relationship anymore. So I wanted to get your opinion on that. Is that like crazy? Is that funny, or is that serious? Is that a great idea, or what? The fact that churches are now basically paying couples to not cohabitate, but to go ahead and get married.
Savvy, what'd you say about that?
Wow.
I'm gonna assume cohabitate means
Yeah, they living together.
living together.
They are living together.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't hear the word cohabitate in Baby Boy.
No.
Oh my God.
You know, you don't really hear that
I
word
never heard
cohabitate
that word
in the hood.
before, mama.
Yeah.
Never heard that shit.
What you feeling on?
What's your feelings on that?
Well, man, I think it's a motivating thing, because a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a lot of people do fear the marriage thing because, first off, you spend the first 3 years of your marriage in debt from all this extravagant beach weddings and all of this shit. So I think that would be motivating to people that actually want to get married but can't quite afford it. You know, so I think that would be motivating if that's the reason. But if the reason isn't financial and it's something else, then the church paying for it wouldn't do anything. You know.
What do you say, Dara?
I'm lost on this whole thing. Where is this? Where I really am. Wait, where is
Okay,
this?
so-
Oh, I thought you had the Snapchat filter on me, Alex. So I was like,
I'm gonna break it down real quick.
yeah,
again.
like what the hell? Because I missed it a little bit.
Okay, so most people today are
Yeah.
cohabitating.
Yeah.
Boyfriend, girlfriends living together. They even having baby. Of course, most people are living together with they baby mamas or baby
without being
daddies.
married yet.
Hey, I'm not
Without
gonna
being
lie.
married.
I was before Brazy and I got married. We lived together for 8 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I could not see it any other way. I'm being honest with you. I don't know.
That's good though. You get to know somebody.
Yeah,
if
like
you could
how
live with
crazy
somebody, then
is
you know
that?
if you could live with someone and travel with, if you could travel with
Exactly.
someone.
Like you getting married to somebody, you're supposed to be with them for the rest of life, and now all of a sudden you find out that she. You get what I'm saying?
you gotta know
didn't
'em.
know that. You know
You
what I
gotta
mean?
know 'em.
You gotta know this. Like
Yeah.
so.
But
yeah.
you're kind of different situation, Alex. Everybody else is, you're not living the normal life. You're like Superman. You're not understanding people with kryptonite. Everybody else is kryptonite. You just living everyday life. You know.
think so?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Most
'cause
people, the number one
Why would
reason.
you call me
what's most
Superman?
people?
Well, the average person, most relationships are struggling financially. So a lot of the reasons why people aren't getting married is because of a financial reason.
I
right?
agree.
True.
And so a lot of
to a
brothers,
point,
a lot of
certain
brothers fear getting married because they actually don't have their finances in order. So what the church is saying is, okay,
I agree.
we're understanding why these couples are struggling with moving
I hear
forward
what
with
you're
getting
saying.
married. So we're gonna help you pay for the dress. We're gonna help you pay for the ring. We're gonna help you pay for the situation. So now finances isn't the issue.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of funny. On the other side of it too.
I waited, Ted. I mean, to be honest with you, I was one of those dudes that like, I wanted it to be right. I don't feel bad that it took me a while because I wanted my finances to be right, especially when it came down to the right person.
That's intelligent, man.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Just the same way I didn't have kids in my 20s.
That's what you're supposed to do, bro.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not knocking young brothers out there that had kids in their 20s. I just personally wasn't ready. I was
Right.
too wild and crazy in this
You were.
Hollywood lifestyle. Let me tell you something. In my 20s, I would have been a horrible dad. I would have been a horrible father and a horrible husband.
Yeah.
Because in my 20s, I was slinging dick like dope. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was, dope dealers, nigga, I was a dick dealer.
Dick dealer.
I was
Dick
going
dealer.
in the club like, you get some dick, you get some dick, you get some dick. Everybody get some dick. That was just my thing, and I wasn't trying to have a baby mama named Peaches. You know what I mean?
Hey, Alex, how much did you get for 1 ounce?
1 ounce of peanuts.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? It was some wild times. So I don't.
He wasn't ready.
and then the flip side.
All right, I'm not upset at dudes that I waited because I wanted it to be the right time.
And then the flip side of it too. I don't think y'all caught the second part of it. Then he also agreed to pay 1 month's rent for couples that decided that they wanted to move apart. Because what you also find
Move apart?
Yeah, not be together.
After they pay for the marriage?
No. One
Before
group,
the marriage.
No. This ain't even a marriage. It's a certain set of people. Do y'all want to get married?
Right.
Then you have couples that are just living together, but as a guy, you just cheap rent, y'all splitting, y'all really haven't decided, you really
What
don't
you
really
doing,
want to
he
be with
said.
that chick. You really don't want to be with her, but it's out of
It's
comfort.
just for
and
financial
Yeah,
reasons.
it's for financial reasons and convenience, and vice versa. The female is with the boyfriend because he's paying
The
the
reason
rent.
we living right here together because the rent is $2,700.
And we splitting it.
Right.
And you putting in yours and I'm putting
That's
in
a
mine.
lot of people's
Yeah.
reasons.
So
No,
he
exactly.
also offered the option too is I'll pay for you guys rent for a time period
That
where
don't
you decide where you can move apart as well and live separately.
Doesn't
So if
work.
you're only together for financial reasons, we'll also pay your rent so you can go separate ways as well. I
don't
thought
work.
that was funny as hell.
You know what I think
Somebody
about?
baby
don't
daddy gonna run up on him though.
You know what I think about that?
That don't work. That don't work at all.
Wait.
What is that?
What the hell are you doing?
Even Pop Rocks.
What the hell made you bring Pop Rocks to the show?
I found it in my pocket.
Okay, I remember Pop Rocks from the late 80s.
Yeah, let's
where
get 'em.
did you find Pop Rocks?
They probably
Ice cream
white-
truck?
The
white
dollar
Pop
store.
Rocks.
Huh?
Well, is there a black Pop Rocks? I'm not sure.
White pop rocks.
See, that's the
Fact
problem.
man, you got to get your facts straight.
Tell them about the
Is there black?
white Pop
Is there
Rocks.
black Pop Rocks?
Yes.
Hey, you guys,
There
I
is?
hate to say it, but
They're
you know
called
what?
raisins.
Yeah, exactly.
Every good show must come to an end.
Yes.
And I swear to God, every week I'm just having like.
If they want to pay for my wedding, by the way,
I'll
I'll take it.
I'm having more and more fun every single week. I just want to thank all the people that listen and watch to us every single week. We
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate you chiming in from all over the world. Keep your calls coming in, 310-986-6610. Download the free app as she fucks these Pop Rocks up.
I know.
The free app, all you got to do is go to Dash Radio and download at Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy on Dash Radio. We're on every single Tuesday night, 8 to 9:30 p.m. And one time, real quick, where can they find you at, Dano? Let them know.
You can find me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm getting some audio.
We hear you, bro.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You can find me on all the socials at I am DJ Dano.
You know your name?
Jesus Christ! You know what? Work on your
We're gonna
transitions.
have to give you a colonic and a
We gotta make sure we get a shot. We just gotta get that shot going.
I was about to drop the .com.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
get the shot going. We're gonna get shots before.
We're
the
going to
show.
get shot. You need a shot to even your shit out today. Said, where you
Yeah.
can we catch you at?
Y'all can check me out at Said Brass, said with a S, EDBRASS. And also, y'all check me out. I'm gonna be having a Tuesday set too. I'm gonna start DJing as well. So I'm gonna let y'all know about
That's
that.
what's up. You got to, you
I
about
don't
to take
blame 'em.
Dano's
After
job.
party. I'm gonna do an after after party. No,
You are you gonna have sound effects?
No, we're gonna do the after party after the set.
Oh wow.
All right, and Dara, where can we find you at? Talk to my people on Instagram.
Only one Dara, ONLY, the number one, DARA.
And Savvy.
From Google to the gram, savvy,
I love it.
Amusing.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Alex Thomas. You can catch me at Funny Man Alex Thomas. And every single Tuesday night right here on the Funny Don't Stop Show.
The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey.